mostly everybody. We're still going to go over the rules. So, with the challenge course, just like a normal course where we have ninja works, you have your 4 beeps at the start that tell you when to go. On the 4th beep, that will start your timer. When you complete an obstacle, it will make a ding noise, and that will indicate that you got 1 point. If you fail an obstacle, if I come out here and I step on that block and fall to the side, it will pause the timer. You will reset back to the start right here. Our resetters, Alex or Ken, will reset whatever obstacle you're on. And then once it's reset, I will give you another 3, 2, 1, go before you play again. And on go, you may give it your second attempt. If you get it on your second attempt, you are good. You may continue on. If you fail anything twice in a row, that is an end to your scored run. You'll be able to run out the rest of your time limit, but whatever obstacles you complete after your 2 fails in a row will not count for your score. And I will give you guys a demo of what the sound like once we get the number. Yeah, no, it's okay. We all know what it sounds like. Everybody good? Okay, let's bring everybody out onto the floor. You may duck under the table. Alex is going to be our Obstacle 1. You are starting on the start platform right there. You have 1, 2 blocks, only the top part. You have the 3 steps right here. This first one is stable. The second one is on spring. And the third one drops down. Also down like that, but it does not spring back up. Your landing platform is right here. This is the start for your next obstacle. You may also use your hands on the truss to stop yourself from overshooting. I will say hands to feet is okay. If you have to, you already set yourself on the questions? No? Moving on. Obstacle 2. We have mystery boxes. Notice these 4 do not have outline down as they are advertised up inside of the box. You will have to heat it, up, hold down the object that is on the inside of your discount. Bring it in, put a black here. I know it's not colors, but we are going to consider this a black. You are okay. Hands are okay on this side and help you on that. No feet. You'll be able to see where the objects are when Alex goes. That's a demonstrator. I will be lenient about figures over the top on that. Second. Questions? You don't grab it like a can. Just like a little over the top. I'll call you if you're grabbing. No grab. No questions? Good. Obstacle 3. Starting on the steps going through, you're going to run all the way around. You have the metal part of this target here. This now is going to be this platform. Okay? Okay? This is not a start finish. So if you overshoot it, that's fine. We're going to consider the starting platform for the hourglass shot this black box. If you overshoot, like I said, it is okay. We've all been on this type of step before, right? With the Velcro on the bottom, so if you hit too high, it can't come up. Okay, so stay low. Moving on. Again, your starting block is going to be 5 dots. boxes. These are the starting blocks for the next one. So we got single landing, hands on the tail, start. Hey, Alex, let's see it, Alex. Let's see it. I think Alex is coming. Alex is coming. Now you clear. Questions? We are going to consider the front plane for this platform right here. So if you were to step down into this gap right here, that would be a fail. I just want to give you guys a little bit more room right here. Does that make sense? So if you clear this, you are good. But like off to the side right here would be a fail since you start finish. Off to the side right here would be a fail. If you clear this obstacle, then fail. Good. All right. Next obstacle. Starting on the red boxes. You have 4 French toe sticks. You are not using straps on the side. I'll say hands and feet on the French toe sticks are fine. So if you have face plant, we had a couple stages in the last day, but it's pretty cool. So I'll leave it be for right now. You're gonna run off, jump up to this bar right here. Be aware that it is on a half strap, so it can slide side to side. So if you try to whip off and go for a quick dismount, right, it can slide back. I'm gonna allow hands on this truss to help you get to your dismount platform, which is right here. Plane is right there. This is not the starting block for your next one, so if you happen to land off to the side right here, as long as you are in front of that plane, you are good. Go ahead, Alex. If your foot scrapes on the mat right there too, I'll be leaving that, so because I know we have some taller people. Questions? No? Wonderful. Moving on. Your next obstacle is like a great chaser. We're going to start on this right box right here.
Because I feel like that'll get the community better.
Your obstacle position. No, Chuck. Have string ring. Have mechanism up there. Pull down. Roll all the way down. Fall out. And then have still silver bars.
Nolan.
Exactly. What do you think that thing would do to me? And that'd be a great everyone, when it comes to this dismount over here, unless you're like totally like that clear, as long as you somewhat get past it, like the hard part of this obstacle is the flip. This is just because we need a dismount. Just get over to this mat, okay? Get over to the mat. Questions? Yes.
You're going to be lenient if you just do the flip, right? If you do the flip, you're going to be lenient.
Yeah, if you do the flip, I'll be lenient. We're going to have people spotting you guys here too. I'll be over here. Ben will be on the back side, and Alex will be off to the side. We'll be here to spot you just in case you haven't done something like this before. I promise you, it is not as hard as it looks. It is more so just scary, okay? Good? Awesome. So once you land on the mat back here, you're going to round the corner coming this way. You are to run through where everybody is over here right now.
Welcome into the Action Athletics YouTube channel, where we will be broadcasting the WNL Tier 1 teams that have distance of course walk through as we speak. We will have a couple of minutes to prepare, and then we will get back and start the box. Back in just a minute.
There's a white bar with tape around it that runs to the side right here. You are not allowed to use that along with the top side of this box, okay? And then the last one is just this piece. You're not allowed to touch this. So you have everything else meeting like that with the platform over here. You can use that one if you want to. That wedge, pull box, anything right here to jump out to the bar. You are going to dismount up on top of this platform. As you're running down this way, you will jump to the rope and then pull your way up to the buzzer in the ceiling. Let's let Alex demo, and then we will take questions because I know this one can be a little confusing, so feel free and please ask questions now. Go ahead. Questions? Nothing? You guys. What's up? What did you say? 3 minutes. So you have a 3-minute time limit. Oh, I can show you guys the beeps now too. That we're closer to. So, starting beeps will sound like this. Completion. Fail an obstacle. It'll pause it. It'll pause up there. Reset it, and then I'll give you a just go. If you fail something twice in a row, actually, if you complete it, show like that, and see the dot down in the corner, that means you use one of your redos. If you fail something twice in a row, good? Okay, we will give you guys 10 minutes to walk through the course. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me then. Yeah, okay. Knox. You are going to go with Mr. Oh, right there. So the guy with the hat on. Yes.
All right, welcome in everyone. My name is Daniel Vesey. Besides me is Avery Nasworthy, and welcome to WNL Tier 1 Teens Division. The teens are now making their way around the course, visualizing what obstacles they're gonna do. And as they do that, let's give you a quick go-ahead of what the course is gonna look like. We're going to start off on the magic mushrooms. They are 3 steps that shrink as you run up them. The next obstacle will be the mystery boxes. They are rings where you have to reach up inside of the mystery box to find what is inside. Some of them are rings, some of them cannonballs, and some of them are cones. So competitors are going to have to work their way through, also directing their swing because these rings are off-centered. Once they dismount, they're going to move on to the foam rollers. There are 4 foam rollers where you have to sprint your way across without falling. After that, we have the sonic curve, 4 different curved runs that you have to run up as you make your way across to the next obstacle, which will be the hourglass drop. You're going to jump up to an hourglass made by Stage 4 Designs as you work your way across using slots and the sides of the hourglass. Dismount onto a trampoline. Now, you can only use the white part of the trampoline. If you touch the blue part, that counts as a fail, but we'll get into the fails in the categories of what the challenge course is going to look like in a minute. So you jump from the trampoline back up to another hourglass and work your way to the dismount. After that, you jump onto the catback. It is a yellow spinning wall that you hold on to. There is a ledge for your feet to go on, and it's going to be really difficult if you don't turn it and jump to the next bar on the first try because it'll start to swing back. So you jump to the trapeze bars and then dismount. Then we have what we call the French toast sticks. They are 4 different gray-looking French toast stick balance obstacles that are suspended by straps, and they will swing and move in every direction. You have to run your way across them and then reach up and grab the trapeze bar at the end to swing around for a sideways dismount. After that, a very interesting obstacle, the ring chaser. The competitors have the option to pull a ripcord attached to a nunchuck as they make their way across the lâcher bars and try to time out the right timing for the ring to come down and catch it. That way they have an easy transition using a skyhook technique. But if they end up missing the ring, there is a batarang attached to the side of the lâcher line that they will have to then brachiate move up into the skyhook and then do a skyhook move with the batarang down and go for the dismount. After that, the dangerous astrogliders. We've seen them take out the young adults and adults all day. They are green turf gliders that are on a slide that's super slick. You have to jump your way across 2 of them, and too much momentum going either way will send the glider back and forth, and you will not have enough jump to get to the next one. The final 3 obstacles are very difficult. The third to last and second to last are all technical obstacles. This one will be a cane tech, as you can see on the left side of your screen. They will have to take a cane, put it on the skyhook, and jump it into that blue D ring. Then they will be able to grab up to a ring and move the cane into the yellow captain's wheel. Then they have to make a difficult move with the cane, pulling it out of the captain's wheel into that blue tiki, and then swing to the side. Now they have the option to go straight to the next obstacle, but they can also go down on that platform. The next obstacle starts with that free trapeze bar on the blue S-hooks. Now they can lâcher straight to it, or again, go down to the platform. Either way, you can get a point for completing the obstacle. The free bar will spin, so we'll probably see a bunch of athletes using switch grips so the bar won't spin from out of their hands. You have to lâcher up to another bar onto some double sky hooks. Then with the bar, lâcher up and into an angled face-off, again by Stage 4 Designs, very similar to a bear trap move, except angled and a little bit more precision than we needed. From that, you can swing down using a rope and a ring to that yellow platform you can see up in the truss, where they run up, stand on top of the blue board, put their hands into the slot, and hold on tight as they flip around, doing a scary upside down move. Once they flip around and start their swing, they will dismount to that far platform. And the final obstacle is a parkour section. They're going to make their way through the parkour section, tacking off an obstacle, making a swing through a bar, and then jump onto a rope that is attached by a magnet to then swing up to the buzzer, which is strapped up to the ceiling. Avery, do you want to explain what the difference between the challenge courses and the normal course?
It runs a bit similarly to how you think it really would. You start out your run and you do the obstacles. Where it gets different is if you fail an obstacle, you get to retry it. Now you have 2 retries on a single obstacle, or 3 retries in general. What that means is if you fail obstacle 2 and then you try it again and you fail it twice in a row, your run ends there. You can finish out your time doing obstacles, but you will not accrue any more points. However, if you fail obstacle 2 once and then you complete it on your next try, you can then move on to the next obstacle. If you fail obstacle 3, you have to make it on that next try to move on, otherwise your run does end. And that is how the challenge course works. You get a couple of retries to try to make it through courses. And what it really does is allows us to add a couple more extra techie obstacles or something a little harder than you would normally see in a regular course, just because you do have the ability to retry an obstacle or 2. There are some times where you might want to take a fail to reset if you don't get a good lineup on a couple of swings, because fighting through a obstacle that you are not making your way very efficiently through can sometimes take a lot of time. And so dropping and resetting may cost you a fail, but can get you an overall faster time in the run.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 13 obstacles. It has been done a good amount today and yesterday, so definitely possible to get a full clear.
And right before we get started, I would like to bring your attention to today's sponsor. We are sponsored by The Joint Chiropractic. They are a great practice to check out if you need any adjustments or anything. They are super convenient. They have multiple different locations around to visit, and everyone there is super professional, very friendly, and they offer really great services at affordable prices. Be sure to check them out, and if you do, let them know that we sent you their way. And yeah, with that, it seems like we are getting our first competitor to the starting block.
It'll be interesting to see what the first couple competitors do, not knowing the beta of the course. And by beta, we mean the best way to get through, the quickest way possible. As competitors move on, we'll see different techniques from them, which other competitors will then pick up and use to their advantage on their course runs.
Our first runner of this wave is Heather. And we are just making sure everything is fully set for our competitors, making sure all resetters are in position. A couple last minute words exchanged between a coach and our referee, Nolan LaJoy. I'm not sure if this is mentioned, but today's course was created by Nolan LaJoy and Ben Scraley. They designed it. And Stage 4 Designs did a lot of work in making their obstacles and making them real and usable for this competition. Feel free to reach out to Stage 4 Designs for all of your ninja obstacle needs. If you want your own course in your backyard, they got that covered too. Anything you'd ever want for ninja needs, reach out to Stage 4. And Heather is starting.
Unstuck it. You're the coach.
It's so fluffy! Take it, please. I don't want it. It's so fluffy. It's too fluffy, bro. It's like... no.
I didn't expect that to work. Questions?
I don't know. All right, we're getting ready for Heather. First runner of the division.
And her time begins, making her way through the mushrooms. Good dismount. Now, most of these mystery boxes have all their things inside besides that first one, and they are not all rings. We do have a cannonball, and then a cone coming up. Really drawing inspiration from those Mario games that we all know and love. A good grab on that cone. We were told to make sure not to grab it over the top like a cannonball, as that is all the way over. We will put that under review and keep moving on. But a good quick jump up to that hourglass, getting on the backside. A really far reach there. And that really set her with a good swing to get across. Now right there, she went onto the left side of that cap back and then swung it all the way around to the right. That's the safest strat to stay on there. Takes 1 second to steady yourself before running up the French toe stick. And this is a great pace from our first competitor here. Just under 2 minutes to go into the ring chaser. Pulls it out. Really making her way down there. Needs to slow down her swing. Does not get that ring a little bit on the backswing there. And now the alternative route is getting that battering. Having to hop it on top. No problem for her though.
Got the hard part done there. Just has to make the transfer. There she goes, now looking for the dismount, showing it how it's done if you do fail the ring chaser. Onto the dangerous Astro Platters that's taking
A good
everyone
push.
out so far. Just a little bit too long of a wait.
You can see she did hit the end of that Astro Glider, and then a half second later jumped. You really want to keep that momentum through when you are jumping from glider to glider.
She's going to go for her second attempt.
Oh.
Just missed again. So that's the end of her points, but she's going to continue on the course.
A little bit of an awkward jump up on that Astro Glider. Take it out yet another competitor. Definitely a hard move to do without any practice beforehand.
This next move with the cane is very difficult. You don't want a lot of swings. It's easier to take the cane out. Very close. Touched the cane with the Tiki, but just short. Should move on to the Bartek. Heather comes out of serve.
Great catch on that Lachey there.
Ready for this big pull up into the face-offs. Secured, but didn't hold on, so she'll continue on with the course on this scary free fall. Time is running down, but they'll let her finish this obstacle out if she wants to. Look at her go.
Now that flip over the head is insanely scary. You will never see me doing that obstacle, even if it was lower to the ground.
Yeah, last wave when I ran, I skipped it. Didn't want anything to do with that.
Up next, we have Freysia. Making our way through the mushrooms. Easily grabbing that first ring. Now, when all of the obstacles are in the mystery boxes, it makes it almost impossible to skip anything. You really got to reach in and get to that next obstacle.
You can see the difficulty between the obstacles that aren't rings, not being able to trust that jump grip. She's through.
Taking 2 feet on that last step to really secure a good turn onto that landing platform. Takes a second to jump off of that trampoline.
And you have to stay on the white part of the trampoline. They will call a fail if you do touch the blue. She's through.
Gets on that right side to try to push it all the way quickly. Has to slowly push it around. Can't seem to quite secure it with the magnet. And being told to try to reset to that box. Or maybe shift the weight all the way to the side. Gets it, Kinsey, jump in time. Almost barely does not reach that trapeze. Now, for those of us who have been joining us for our earlier waves, that has been moved back. You will realize that they had another trapeze in other waves to jump into, but a wonderful grab right there. Good extension of the hands.
Yeah, super difficult if you don't go on the first turn, and then a misstep there on the French toe sticks.
The French toe sticks are pretty unforgiving. You need to keep your feet right in the middle, in between the pieces of tape, front and back. Otherwise, they will tilt like that. And if you slow down, you are in trouble. Right there, you saw she had back half of her foot on the back half of that French toe stick, and that almost immediately tilted on her. That will be the end of her points, but she will move on into the Lachey lane.
Deciding not to go with the ring, trusting her battering skills. Didn't have enough time to wrap that other hand around.
She would have made it to that ring in time, though. Almost making that Astro Glider transition. Getting up on that cane.
Familiar because she is from Vitality. You can see the cane skills there. Her hand started to slip down though.
With 30 seconds left, she do be spinning on the D-hook and gets that ring. Good job stopping that momentum and hooking it on the right side of that captain's wheel, just like many of our competitors have been doing.
She's holding that ring by her fingertips to see if she has anything left.
And that is why they designed the canes like that. It makes them very hard to fall out of whatever object they are in. Again, making a scary obstacle just a little bit safer for our competitors out there. Almost grabs that bar with her fingertips as time expires. A great run there by Frasia. Up next, we have Elliot.
Elliot comes out of Action Wellesley. You can tell the difference between Action Norwood and Action Wellesley by the color of the jerseys, with Wellesley's being neon yellow, and you'll see later Norwood is black. Elliot, known for his speed and big moves. See what he can pull off here.
A really forceful pull down on that cone right there, and using his hand to keep his balance on that dismount platform and carrying his speed through all of these balance obstacles into the hourglasses, taking an extra swing on that blue one for a quick dismount, jumping quickly into that cap back, spinning it around, and makes an amazing reach right there behind himself to hold on to that trapeze. Great steps through the French toe sticks.
Elliot, super fast, should be able to get this ring with no problem. Ready? Link these 4-foot laches and catches the ring almost before it comes out. That's so impressive. Just gonna hook the ring on.
You got some time.
The sky hook and able to hold on. He crossed the plane, so it will count.
An awkward landing, but great body control there to ensure he gets the point. And smooth through those astrogliders. I think that was the best we've seen anyone go through those astrogliders today.
See what Elliot knows how to use a cane.
A minute 20 remaining in his time. Plenty of remaining seconds to break this course wide open.
Jump straight to the D ring. Look at him go. When I told you big moves, I meant it.
Managing to make that grab.
This is the tricky one because you have to take it out sideways. It's going to get stuck. To really pop it out.
Needs to pop his hips a bit more.
Has a lot of the cane inside. If he could shift it a tiny bit so there was less cane, maybe easier to get it out. Gets it out, but not able to get the reach. That's only his first fail, so he'll reset.
I wonder if he'll be able to use that knowledge of taking it out that time to hopefully get a quicker flick out of that captain's wheel and into the tiki this time. He's breathing, regaining his strength, and making it all the way to that deal. Again, a quick move to that ring here.
That was really close. He almost fell down there reaching for that ring. Now he's going to set his hips in line.
He has set that cane a little more off to the side. Will it be enough to get him there? Almost hitting the teeth of the tiki. Does not make that move, but could not have been closer. Runs out his time, shaken out. A great run there by Elliot, making it all the way past the astroglider into the tech.
Got to the cane tech, super fast pace. We'll have to see where that lands him.
And up next we have Lucille.
Lucy does track and field away from the world of ninja.
Her
Also really enjoys any obstacles with laches. Well, luckily we have a bunch of laches in this course.
showing off some speed here in her 4th year of competitions. Opting to use a really big pull up to get into that ring in the first one, but swinging up to that cannonball for the second one. Setting her hips here for a really good swing into that cone, pulls it down with authority, and stays on it for a quick dismount. Quick steps across the rollers and floating on those strides. You're going to see a lot of our competitors here doing exactly what she's doing, trying to reach out as far as they can on those hourglasses to set their bodies and swing to wherever they're going for as quickly as possible. A quick turnaround on the cat grab, waits a little bit too long and it starts spinning on her, but she decides to go all the way around. Great control here. Seems like she's used one of those in the past. Does not make that catch, but hopefully with a quicker spin around and jump, she will get there this time.
Tried to link the dismount, didn't have her hips set far enough back.
Good catch there.
Not gonna risk it with the link there. Now has to stay light on her feet. Good. Sideways dismount, can use the truss to help her out.
And you can see there were some steps on the French toe stick. She did stay a half second longer than others. You can feel it when you're on there, how you can ride out some of your swings. Almost gets that ring. She was at great pace, just ended up batting it out of the lache lane instead of catching it in her hand. Having a grip on those fingers with the battering and making it all the way over. A good catch with both hands.
Trying to angle the hips to be in line with the next sky hook. Pops it up and in. Just needs a dismount now.
Onto the Astroglider, a good push off. Makes the landing a little bit leaning backwards, but she does not realize that she still has one extra try and she heads on back as time gets restarted.
Just under a minute left. And still a couple of obstacles left to go. That'll do it for her points. She'll keep running out the clock. Move on to Bartek.
No, that was good.
Bar is not attached to anything, so it didn't fall out when she laches. Didn't get high enough to get into the sky hook. She attempts the flip. Time runs out. I think I'm still gonna go for it. Going with a switch grip and a good swing out of her. And a far dismount. And a great run out of Lucy. Up next, another Action Wellesley team kid, Matt Zimmerman.
Starting off strong.
Through the mushrooms.
Quickly pulling up and down on that cannonball. And definitely moving through those mystery boxes, almost as if they weren't mystery at all. Trying to get a good swing and good dismount right there, staying on that red box without falling off and rolling through the rollers.
Matt may not be wearing one right now, but he loves to rock the mohawk haircut. Trying to build up swing, a little bit difficult because they're attached to 4 straps, similar to the unstable bridges you've seen all around Ninja World. Through and onto this cat back, putting all his momentum on the left side to spin out. Nice grab onto the trapeze bar. Light on his feet and able to get to the trapeze bar through another obstacle. Let's see what he chooses to do on the ring chaser. Pulling the cord, brachiating these bars, and able to grab it just in time. Hooks it on. Hips not in line. Just gonna try to fix it or just go straight with it no matter what. Now just needs the dismount.
Good angle of the hips to get both feet on that box on that swing. Now it looks like he touched one of the gray boxes there. They are not in play. You have to go straight from the green to the other green platform. A good push off here. A good jump, but can't keep his weight forwards and does slide off the back.
It's not the first time and definitely not the last time we're going to see someone go out on the Astro ladders. That obstacle's been taking out ninjas left and right all weekend. Going in with the cane, going to generate some swing. Pops
Makes it in.
D-hook. Now a little awkward backswing.
15 seconds, he hooks it into the captain's wheel.
Time starting to run out for Matt. Tries to make the move.
And Coach James.
Stop. Yeah, Kane almost came down on him. Great hands by James Burns. A great run out of Matt Zimmerman.
And you see how in tune everyone is here with the obstacles. The second that cane looked like it may have any chance of coming out, 3 people walked towards our competitor to try to help them out. But a great catch there by James Burns.
Now we have Sam Armstead.
Sam starts out their run on the mushrooms. Does not make it to that third one and starts again from the beginning. Now, the other competitors have gone quickly through these mushrooms and they are a lot more difficult than they seem. And he quickly goes through but falls off that platform, so that is a fail of the first obstacle once, completing that first obstacle, and then failing the mystery boxes because he did go off that start box. So if he makes these mystery boxes here, he can continue through the course.
Sam comes out of TA Fitness Weymouth. See if he can angle his hips to get this last mystery box. Looking good.
Now, he did not hold on to that cone, but he did take it out, which will make it easier for him to grab now. Look at him racing his knees to stop his swing right there. That takes a lot of muscle and control. Great dismount right there from Sam, staying on that box to maintain his ability to go through the course. He does roll off that roller, so that will be the end of accruing points, but he still has plenty of time to try to crush these obstacles. Skipping that bar there, no need for it.
But that's not the dismount platform for that obstacle. So points don't matter now because he did fail twice. He's going to continue moving on. Get some tips on where he wants to put his feet on this ledge. Ride it around. But again, you're going to see it multiple times. Athletes are going to try to wait, and the board's going to turn away from them. You really got to go on the first turn, but able to get his hands on the bar and stick the dismount.
A little superhero landing there from Sam on that red box.
The ring chaser. See if he's fast enough to link these laches to catch the ring in time. Looking good. and gets the grab. Putting it on his shoulder to secure it. Now taking it out. Puts it on, hanging on by one hand. Sam's got 30 seconds left in his run. Angling his hips to get this transfer across. Just doesn't have enough to pop the ring up.
Ten seconds left. Trying the astral ladder one more time from the second one. It's not getting a great push off. It's hard to keep your balance on them. Time expires for Sam. A great run. These obstacles are very tricky no matter how easy some of our competitors make them look. Everyone has been doing lots of training. All different kinds of muscles, from stabilizers, strengtheners, our grip strength, our balancing. Lots of different training needs to be done to cover all aspects of ninja. And it's not even that, you have to train your mind, getting some fear training in, some endurance training, being able to push through even when you're tired. Everything comes in for ninja.
On the course right now is Ethan. This is his 6th year competing in the WNL. We'll see if he has enough experience to make his way through this challenge course. Slight miss up on the final height.
Now
that last move before the dismount.
That black box down there is the dismount box, and the plyo box is the start of the next obstacle.
Good job stopping himself. And now through.
Good spin on that cat back. Waits a little bit longer than I would like, but still makes that grab very easily. Grabs the straps there on the French toe sticks. They do need to go through it unassisted. The straps are off limits.
Just to stay light and on his feet, chest high, and go with confidence. Looking good this time, and gonna use the trust to help himself get the dismount. Quickly linking his forefoot with Shays, and a good grab. He had it in his backswing, but able to hold on and gonna link the dismount.
On the forward swing, really bumped through that one. It's good to see. Onto the astroglider. Doesn't have a lot of momentum and doesn't quite make it to that second astroglider. And that will be his final fail. He does not accrue any more points, and he will continue moving on to the tech lane. Quickly and adeptly making his way through. Not a problem here. Really showing off all of his cane skills, choosing not to go for that dismount box and going to Lachey straight from the cane to that free bar. And catching its switch grip to make sure that it does not spin on him. Again here.
Now the difficult move where you have to transfer the bar up into those slots.
Does not have enough power to drive it all the way up. And decides not to go up for the board flip and will pursue the parkour ending obstacle. Stays on that. Oh, almost. Just barely falls off on that platform. But gets up to jump for that ring, the rope, and hits the buzzer.
Great job out of Ethan.
Up next is Raph.
Taking a quick second to reset the obstacles.
Now, they are in their 7th season of competing, which is a lot. Especially for competing as a teen you know that they've been doing ninja for a lot of their life, and that is exactly what you can see here. The body control, the strength, really good movement here, flying through these obstacles. Nice job pushing straight down on that beam. Now, and through the hourglasses really quickly, popping his hands forward in a good dismount right here. Swinging all the way around on the catback, and a pretty quick jump to that trapeze. Makes a nice soft landing and cocks back for a run through the French toe sticks. He did touch that strap, as you can see, but the ref deemed it not anything helpful. Probably just trying to get past the strap to move on to that next French toe stick. Cleanly beats the ring chaser and quickly hops it over the other skyhook and makes the dismount.
Yeah, plenty of time to catch that ring. Really impressive to see how fast he moved through those laches. Not enough. You really have to jump straight up on these if you try to push up.
A better push here. A great jump. Leaning a bit backwards on there.
See it right there. They're going to slide away from you if you try to push too far forward.
They're a bit like the rollers, where you gotta be right on top with your weight pushing down rather than forward or backwards.
Good hop by Rafe. Going to use the rope to secure his dismount.
And now they are not accruing any more points, but they will still try to break down these last few obstacles. Quick lache up to that skyhook bar.
Should be pretty familiar with this type of move. Gets the height on one side, but not enough on the left. Continue on with his run.
Will climb up to do the board flip. That is a scary move. Not everyone will be trying that.
And gets it. You can see his feet touch the pit pillow, but it was incidental. So if he didn't already fail twice, that would have counted for points. 20 seconds left to get to his final obstacle. And hits the buzzer on the first swing.
A great run there. And moving off to Raylene. Calling Ray over. Is Ray here? We're getting our competitor to the starting block. Seems to be a little bit nervous here, but who wouldn't be? These are hard obstacles, and it is a very tough situation to be here and trying to do any competition, especially during your first season, like it is for her. I myself have yet to compete in a WNL, and I can only imagine what she's feeling right now.
Even every time I step up to the start platform, no matter how many competitions I've done in any league, I'm always going to feel those nerves in. But very reasonable to do so, and she's going to try to get rid of them on the first couple of obstacles. Looks solid through the mushrooms. Going to reset that back ring.
Seems to have good body control. Confident one hand on that cannonball. Seems to be she's nervous for nothing. Pops down that cone to grab it later. A good decision. And a good dismount, using that trust not to fall over. running through the balance and the strides. A good press down on that beam so it doesn't tip over. A quick transition onto the trampoline, and a quick bounce down the hourglass to a dismount. Taking a second to breathe before stepping onto the catback, and a quick jump off. A good grab, really extending those arms and getting a big dismount here. Going through this first bit of the course pretty quickly with 2 minutes remaining through the French toe sticks. Getting that circle swing to dismount around that truss and flying into the Lachey lane, 1 minute and 45 to go.
She likes to play Roblox. Let's see if she's familiar with this game with the ring chaser.
Probably had that branchiate, but stopped on that to just do 2 hands for a regular Lachey. Has to go for the battering now. Almost gets it over, but she has another try to both get the ring and that sky hook move with the battering if she misses that ring.
Try to go with the brachiated method last attempt. Let's see if she's going to do that again.
Makes it that time very cleanly, but on the backswing can't control it and does lose that ring. We've seen a couple different strategies to try to stop that backswing. One is to do a big pull up, the other is to try to turn around on that bar. Just barely misses that hand on the battering, but a great run here from Raylene on her first season. Almost makes the Astroglider, which is very impressive. We all know how hard those Astrogliders can be.
Does have a background in snowboarding, so used to things sliding with her feet. Gonna straighten out her swing with the cane. Just missed the D-ring.
Does hit the side of that D-ring. You could not be any closer without not getting it. With just over 15 to go, they will try this last 2 obstacles. Does not make the grab on there. Does not want to do the board. Shakes it off and decides to run through the parkour. Takes an extra swing to throw up onto that platform. And a great run there in her first season. That will be sure to give her some confidence for her in the next competitions.
Now we have Chase.
Quickly making it through the mushrooms, using a lot of strength here in his upper body to make it through these mystery boxes. A good change of direction with those hips and those kicks, and a quick dismount off those. 20 seconds into this course, and he is done with the first 4 obstacles.
Clearly knows what he's doing, going with so much confidence and speed.
10 seconds, and we add yet another one. Gets a good spin. Needs to jump quickly here. He gets a jump, but doesn't have the height to make it all the way up to that bar. On the retry, his time was restarted. He's trying to spin it around. He spins it around the other way. He's trying to get a little more speed coming around.
That's a good idea, but he needs to go when it stops spinning.
Will he go here? He just barely doesn't make that grab and runs to the French toe stick, taking a while on those last 2, but still staying on top of there. Pulls the ring chaser, makes it there with plenty of time, easily catches that ring, hooks it on that first sky hook. Tries to set his body, he does, he pops it forward, doesn't have enough of a forward swing to make it on that first swing, kicks off that box, twists, and makes a dismount there. Let's see how they do through the Astroglider. Stays on top, a good jump, but can't get both feet flat on there. They do want to try that again though.
Gonna get a little bit of of a running head start on this attempt. A little bit too much momentum, you can see, forced him to fall forward. Now he's going to try his luck with still a minute left. Pitching up in his backswing, throwing, and good.
You can see the strength there, pulling up quickly to grab that ring. Choosing to flip around, getting the hand he wants on top for this.
This is the difficult one. Have to take it out sideways, got it out, but not enough momentum to bring himself.
Keeping on going through this next obstacle with 10 seconds remaining. Does not make that grab, although it seems like he probably could have. He was in position for it, but didn't close his hands around. Goes for that flip. He really wants to try this one out.
He's going to go with the flip just for fun.
And
didn't hold on, but a safe landing on that pit pillow.
And now we have Teddy.
That's Nate Brosey on my left, dealing with the tech and cameras. Teddy making his way through the mushrooms. Set his hips brilliantly to get that cone and holds on very well.
Does make that all the way through. Big jump and a good throw there. Quick pace here through these obstacles.
Just a little bit short on the jump to the trapeze bar. He'll get another try. Only his first fail. Gonna put all his weight on that far side. Kicks off and gets the distance. Now just needs to dismount, sticks it. Oh, look at the save. Come on, Teddy. Can't use...
Oh! You can see how difficult it is to start moving again once you're stopped on those French toe sticks.
Can't use any of the straps. He's gonna have to go, stay light on his feet, and go quick. A lot better this time. Going with that trust to make that sideways dismount. Good at Lincoln knees.
Good catch on that. Great transfer there. And a good dismount going into the Astroglider. Still getting points here, ladies and gentlemen. Staying on. Oh, almost saves it. And the Astroglider takes out yet another competitor. We really should be keeping track here of this competition.
Minute remaining in Teddy's run, but a great run so far. Let's see what else he can do on this tech lane.
A little hard to see on the live stream, but probably has the best socks here at the competition. Some Oreo themed socks here. And those of us looking to get a score update on some outside sports, the Eagles are winning 7-2-3. But almost makes that cane lache into the tiki face. Just hits the gums right on the side. Making a great lache here. Quick hands, too. Not much room for error on that mixed grip, but does get it around. Does he have enough power to drive it up into the face-offs? Almost. Decides to run to the end of the course for the last 10 seconds. 3 seconds left, getting onto that bar, running through, making that platform. He gets to the rope, but not able to hit the buzzer in time.
Great run out of Teddy, though.
Up next, we have Jacob. Now, Jacob is in his 7th season of WNL.
Jacob going super quickly. You can definitely see the confidence.
A little bit of a big circle there, but a good job changing that momentum to go straight back to that ending platform.
Jacob wearing a WNL jersey with the Olos on, definitely knows what type of equipment to use here on the course, made by Stage 4 Designs.
Quickly making his way through these obstacles into the lache lane with 40 seconds into his run. Doesn't hesitate to run and hit the nunchuck as he's going into the lache lane. And we are still under a minute into his run. Stays on the astro ladder. Huge jump up, but does not get his momentum and his weight forward. But that looked very promising. I wonder if he can bring it in for this last attempt on the astro glider.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how fast, how confident you are. This obstacle can take anyone out. Let's see what he can do.
Yes, he makes it, and he jumps a little too early, a little too forwards on that. An amazing run here. I think he might have made it the fastest to that lache lane we have seen today. Really great work out here by Jacob. Trying to flick that cane out of there. He wants to do it again. A full minute and 30 seconds remaining for him to try these obstacles.
See if he can figure out any better technique on this attempt with the cane. His first move, no problem for him. So Jacob tried to pop it up, but again, got stuck. He'll move on to Bartek. Nice job popping his hips up to catch comfortably. Almost in on that right side of the blue face-off. And with 40 seconds left, 5, he wants to try again.
Still 30 seconds remaining. Good grab there.
It's a little bit more pop and height on this one. Hits both of the face-offs, just couldn't get the precision to place them inside. 15 seconds left on the clock. He's going to go for this flip free fall. Tried to do a side method instead of the flip. A couple athletes have tried to do that so far. Unfortunately, didn't work for him, and that was a great run out of Jacob.
Now, we did see one other competitor try a sideways method on a previous wave, and a very similar outcome for them, falling down off, but onto the pit pillow. It seems like the intended strat of doing that forward roll is the best way to get across that obstacle.
Eli getting ready to run. Another ninja out of Surge.
Really using his swing to his advantage here. Pulling down that cone and making his way through the rollers. Light steps through there. Stepping near the bottom of the strides like he should. Quickly popping through the first hourglass and dismounting off the second one. Quick turn. Takes a little extra second before he jumps and now has to spin all the way back around. Tries to reset and spin again. Will he go faster this time? He does, and he makes that catch in a quick bump onto that landing platform. A nice run through the French toe sticks, landing around that truss, going into the lachey lane, slowing down, finding the nunchuck, pulling, quickly one-handing his way through the lachey lane. And if you saw right there, he held on to that silver bar in the middle to ensure he could grab that ring on the front swing. A good strategy there.
Super smart move out of Eli. Surprised we haven't seen any other athletes try that so far. We'll see if other ones will after this run. Tripped up again by the Astro Rider. Minute 45 left. First step was a little bit from behind, and on the last one.
Lost his balance and the last quarter of the Astro Glider. In this with Elliot. Cannot flick that cane out.
Only a couple athletes to get through the Astro Glider, which is how difficult it is. It's actually a pretty old obstacle by stage 4, but took a big hiatus for the past couple of years, and now back into competition. So even some action competitors aren't super familiar with it. Almost got it into the face-offs, had the left side in and the right just slightly below. Thank you. Flip around, gets the dismount. 25 seconds left for the final obstacle. It's the buzzer, and Eli with a great run.
And up next, we have Emily.
Out of Strive Ninja Fitness in Franklin. Way through these mystery boxes. Good grab onto that cannonball.
And now you may hearing us calling competitors for their teams. In WNL, there really are no teams. It is an individual competitive league. So while they may be wearing the jersey of a team, they are not competing as part of that. They may be representing them, but they are competing for themselves here. They may be training as part of their NINA teams in their respective gyms, but again, WNL is an individual competition. Breezing her way through these first 5 obstacles. Making that grab off the catback and does not make that dismount, quickly trying to throw off that bar, and time is restarted as she makes her way to that start box again.
Yeah, we've seen a couple competitors try to make that dismount. I don't know if anyone's been successful with that strategy so far.
I think we had one at least a couple runs ago that made it. Makes it all the way across, gets that jump, and a really big pull to get across. Stumbling through the French toe sticks, but she powers through it and makes it work. On her way into the ring chaser. 1:30 remaining in her time as she pulls the nunchuck. Makes it there in time on the backswing, but manages to get that ring with her fingertip.
Super super impressive. Now can use that ring to hook it on. Skyhook move with the first attempt, but unfortunately she did hit the platform, but unfortunately did step back onto the obstacle, so that does count as a fail. The reason we called that one close the other time it gave him the point is because he cleared the platform and didn't fall back onto the obstacle grass.
Smooth catch from her this time. Definitely easier making her way through. That looked very clean. Let's see if she can make it past these Astrogliders. Does not stay on that first one long enough. That will end the run for points, but she's definitely going to try this one again. Trying to stay on that 1 foot there. Almost makes that jump, looking like a figure skater out there on the Astrogliders. Shaking out, thinking with 25 seconds left, might as well just skip to the end.
Section, all it needs to do is grab and hit the buzzer. A slight miss. And unable to hit the buzzer, but a great run out of Emily.
And up next, we have Robert. Now, Robert is not new to WNL, but it is only his third season. Lots to see from here, but has already seen enough to give him some experience and definitely some confidence here. Was not able to pull it off the magnet, but there he goes. He gets it on that second try, using two hands to circle around to that last ring in the mystery boxes. Past here is a cone. Can he pull it down? He does. Does not stay on, but manages to get it on. You know, that one finger on the top, Coach Nolan, the referee, says he is okay with. He just did not want a full hand over the top like a cannonball. A good bump of those hands all the way down to the edge, taking a kick for a good landing on the trampoline. Again, grabbing that size and then popping those hands down and then reaching into the slot to throw for that dismount, getting on the cat back, swinging to the left and then all the way to the right, tries to jump off of there and makes a reach but does not manage to grab that trapeze.
Only his first fail so far on his run. Just to be able to get through, to keep going and accumulating points. Starting to spin away from him, he's going to ride it back, reset.
Oh,
just short of the trapeze bar. Continue running and good for the French toe sticks. Doesn't even need to trust for that sideways dismount. Pulls the ring, now racing for it, catches with ease with that right hand. Now his favorite obstacles are sky hooks and fly bars. You can see very complete sky hook there. Zoom on the flying bar. Just a couple obstacles now to make his way through the Astro Gliders. Falls behind himself.
Okay, we have a question. Right after he said that, and I was like, oh, I must have been the first. Give Saquon the ball and back off.
you may be hearing a commentary there. Those who's wanting a sports update, the Eagles have scored yet another touchdown, making it 14-3. And a great K move into the tiki face, keeping his feet off the mat there, even though they're pretty close to touching, getting to that landing platform with 20 seconds left, trying for that second to last obstacle here.
Here he goes, one of his favorite obstacles. Instead of placing it on the platform, he's going to place it inside of his cube. Touch both sides, but just couldn't get it in. Great run out of Robert.
And next we have Kyle.
Kyle is the last of the Action Wilson competitors in this division. Known for his very fast speed and gutsy style of running. Taking a cautious approach in his first couple obstacles.
Someone just, what?
Through. And balance is pretty easy for him as he makes his way across. He saw on the curve as well.
No idea. What?
Kyle's through and a misstep on those French toe sticks. I was talking with him before. He said he's not very familiar with those kind of obstacles. Let's see if he can get it in the second attempt. Looking good. And Kyle threw another. Has the speed and actually jumps out to the second bar. Has a bit of height to him. Able to catch the ring.
And you see that strategy of turning around and try to stop that backswing. Definitely worked for him there. Great throw off of that sky hook to land on the dismount. Stays on the escalator for a long enough time, but does not manage to secure a landing on the second one. But it looked good. I wonder if he can clean it up for this next one. And time resumes. Good.
Good. And
Great job. Our second competitor making it through the Astro Gliders in this wave.
Both of them from Action Wellesley. We'll see what Kyle can do with the cane. Hasn't trimmed with the cane much. But able to hook it onto the D-ring. And here comes the difficult cane move.
Wants it just one further. Can't take it out with him. And that was his last fail. And he will finish out the rest of his minute of time trying these last two obstacles. Quickly making work of that first lache.
I'm gonna get a big backswing before going up. Almost hooked it in.
Got a bar close to the head, shakes it off, and moves on.
Used to some of these scary obstacles. And good swing down from the flip. Kyle made the WNL All-Stars and competed there in Vitality just a couple weeks ago.
Runs through the parkour. A good landing up on there and goes for the rope and hits it.
Here we go, Kyle with another buzzer.
I guess so. Freaks me out when it happened though. Hey boy, what you wanna say?
A couple of competitors left in this age group.
Making our way through. After Kyle, we do have Wes.
Wes is making his way quickly through the mystery boxes.
From his jersey, coming out of stride. A great throw off of that cone. Didn't have a great swing, but he didn't care. He decides to throw off of it anyways, changing his angle with a throw of his own power. Now really flying through those hourglasses and tries to get his foot on that cap back, but it does slip off. He's trying to get it on the side to get it to swing and throw quickly. A good catch there.
Yeah, Wes is really turning on these boosters.
Oh my goodness, crazy dismount there. hitting it as he runs by. We've seen that before. He makes it in plenty of time, catching on his front swing, hanging on one hand for a long time, really pushing it forwards. This pace is really getting pushed here through the ring chaser with less than a minute left on his time, saving himself for the Astroglider, almost making it all the way across. The time is paused with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. Everything will be reset. Can he make it through these Astrogliders? It was looking good on the first run. Can he get it on this try? Getting a solid push there. A good jump. He stays on. Can he make it through? He makes it! The ref says he makes that dismount. Another competitor getting through the Astroglider here, blazing his way through this tech lane.
Should feel very comfortable with these next couple of obstacles.
Hits the tongue of the Tiki right in the middle. Very unfortunate. The one spot that he couldn't have brought it down on. And he will continue on the rest of his 1 minute and 30 seconds with these last 2 obstacles. A great pace going past the Astroglider, though. Great.
The first to do so.
Great job getting it into those face-offs.
Yeah,
Very little unnecessary motion from him.
familiar with that move. You know, as well to set up a bunch of cool techie bar obstacles. So felt very safe with that one. And through flip. Just about a minute left for the final obstacle.
Huge throw.
And reaches up and hits the buzzer, but it doesn't go off, so he's gonna have to do the obstacle. Or he's just calling it right there, but an amazing run out of Wes.
Oops.
So maybe the fastest run we've seen all day.
Now we're just making sure all the timing is set up for our next competitor. And the Ninja Works is all in order as the time runs down from our last competitor. We can see Ben finishing up some taping to make sure things don't move between our Ninja participants. They're gathering, making sure everything is fully set. And now we have Olivia starting out her run. Quickly making it through the mushrooms, pulling up on that first ring. You can see a lot of people using their lock off to get there, confidently on one-handing the cannonball. Matching on that cone and a good throw, landing on that green safely. And coming from Surge, running through the Sonic Curve and quickly making her way through the hourglasses, popping those hands forwards, taking only one extra swing to make it to the dismount. Now that board definitely turned quicker than she thought she was going to, but she got to that one side and swing it all the way back. She's very tall and close to that board and then leans back to get it to swing a little bit faster. The closer you are to that board, the more smooth it's going to be, and the farther out, the faster it's going to move. A one-hand reach to that. She's able to try it one more time, because even though she slipped, she did not touch the ground. If she fails here, she will stop accruing points, but we really hope she's able to make it through. Trying to shift her way all the way to the other side.
Really difficult when you don't go on the first time it stops. Trying to figure it out on the fly. Again, these competitors have no time testing the obstacles before. The first time they get to the starting line is the first time they're touching any of these obstacles.
And there are some things that you can definitely watch other competitors do and try to copy them. But there are other things like this where, what a great catch! Where you do not really know how to do it until you get on it yourself and feel how it swings. What a great fight through that cat back, making it through the French toe sticks really speedily. and trying to catch up and make some time back in the second half of the course. Still a minute left. Trying the ring chaser, making their way through. Right there, doing the same thing of waiting in between those last two bars to make sure they're on their front swing on that catch. A smart move by Olivia. Ripping that backswing, flipping forwards, getting a good catch. Trying to do the same thing here for a big dismount, makes it in the ring chaser. 35 seconds to go, and they will start the Astroglider. A good push, but runs off the front, doesn't stay compressed on that Astroglider. You need to really push your feet down into it.
You also have to stay pretty low.
A good push off. A good jump. Doesn't get the heels on top. And that is where the points will stop, but still 15 seconds to try to make it through the tech lane.
Winding down as she makes the first transition with the cane.
Really showing off how comfortable she is in that air. Switching the cane to make sure it's on her preferred side. Kicking the tiki. And not able to bring the cane out, and it does fall out, but she is safe as it falls behind her. A great run there by Olivia. Again, the Astroglider taking out another competitor. If you see that a lot of our competitors have completed the ring chaser but nothing else, you know why. The Astroglider, the daunting obstacle, is right afterwards.
Here's Sydney. Making her way smoothly through the mystery boxes. Getting her hips in the right spot to keep her swing level. And a slight misstep on that final pike. Reset and she'll get going again. And through. Looking for that dismount. Now has to turn. And then jump on the first try. She's waiting a second. Gonna ride it back around and rebuild her momentum. Kickoff. Had the distance, just not enough height. Keep moving on in the course. She can make it through. Once again, gonna ride it back around. Got it. And now going for the dismount as she moves on.
Still accruing points here.
Really light feet on the French toe sticks. Using the trucks to help her get that dismount. Minute 30 left on the clock.
Pulls the nunchuck. Makes it, and with a good front swing, grabs that ring.
She timed that perfectly.
And now the thing with the ring chaser that we've seen before is it's not always how fast can you get there, because if that backswing is taking you away from that ring, it's really hard to catch it.
Here we go on the Astrogliders.
Just under a minute to go.
Has to get it first attempt if she wants to keep accumulating points.
Doesn't get a great push off, but she can still save it if she inches it forward and tries to get a huge jump. Does not make it, unfortunately. It is very hard to make that jump with no momentum, as the second you try to push behind you, the block you are standing on will slide away. 30 seconds left for her to try these next couple of obstacles. Getting some big swing here. Nice placement into the D hook. Through the captain's wheel, getting a good swing. Can she flick it out? And a good lâché into the tiki.
Deciding not getting points anyway. Why do I have to bring the cane with me? I'm just going to lâché myself over there.
And then before our next runner goes, a little score update. Eagles 14 and Washington 6. Cam starts out his run with a little bit of Eye of the Tiger playing in the background, really using those lock-off pulls to make his way forcefully through those boxes. Good placing of the steps, really not overcommitting on any of them. And a good pull to the side to make that dismount. Quickly going through the cat back and into the French toe sticks. Does not stop on that dismount either. Has to turn behind him for that nunchuck, but quickly makes that lâché, takes the backswing and stops and grabs that ring with ease, beating it there with plenty of time to spare, and a good force to that dismount. Really trying to pop into that Astroglider. He needs to take it one more try. Really stay on there for as long as he can. Choosing to push off instead of jump into it, and that's a good decision. Stays onto it. Can he make the dismount? He does not make that dismount. If that dot did not unvelcro, it could have been a safe landing.
Astrogliders take another victim.
These dynamic agility obstacles are very difficult.
Super smooth through the difficult cane move from that captain's wheel into the tiki.
With a minute and 30 left, half the time remaining, they will try the last two obstacles.
Good catch in the mixed grip.
But you can tell with how much time is remaining, how fast they were moved through the first half of that course. And really good placement right there. You could see about half a second before getting to his face-offs, they really pushed that bar up and in. Chalking up before the board flip. Spotters are ready. And a good flip right there, cleanly missing the pit pillow. And a great dismount.
Plenty of time for the final obstacle. Linking his way through the bar. And hits the buzzer. Cameron with a great run.
And up next, we have Knox. He has decided not to have a song.
You can tell by the jersey with the Action logo, Knox is from Action Norwood. So this is his home gym, but again, most of these obstacles are not set up as normally, and the ones that are configured in different ways.
Now, the only competitions that Knox has done have been Nina. He did do the skills competition yesterday in Wellesley, but the challenge course is a completely different beast. So we will see how he does on his premier run in a WNL challenge course. Now, he is new to Ninja this year, but as one of the coaches here at Action Norwood, I can confidently say he is one of the hardest working ninjas we have, quickly putting in lots of effort to get himself as good as he can. Making his way through the mushrooms, staying on top, holding on with one hand to that ring, getting a big pull up to that second ring. Getting into that cannonball, takes it off, but doesn't hold on to it, manages to slow it down and fixes his hand, one-handing it to that next ring. Really good grip strength here from Knox.
Good job setting his hips to get to the cone. Good job holding on, and now just needs to dismount.
Nice job from Knox. He does fall on that roller, but he gets another try. He makes it through. He did fail on that roller. Again, there was a step right before that red box. He does have plenty of time to run out that course, though. He gets to that cat back and spins around, and
So it would be, I cleared him by accident. So quick. It would be when he cleared that second.
trying to get all the way back around to that cat back.
Having a difficult time trying to get it angled the way he wants it to.
He makes it great. Can he make the jump? He makes the jump but doesn't catch that bar, but that's okay. Running through the French toe sticks, making it to that trapeze, catching it, making his way to the side, and a good dismount there. Going to the ring chaser, still half of his time remaining. He pulls it. How fast can he go? Ripping his way through the Lachey lane, doesn't make that extra move, and has to go for the battering. Now, as his coach, I do know the battering is a novel move for him. Hasn't practiced too often, but let's see what he can do here. Getting a good swing, 1-2, almost gets it over. A great showing there, trying to reset it for the next person. He doesn't need to do that. Getting on the Astroglider, gets a good jump, but almost makes it all the way through. And now for the tech lane. Getting it onto the skyhook, trying to do that transfer there. Can he bring his swing in a more direct line to the D-ring? He's trying to adjust. There we go, slowly fixing it, getting in the line. He's in a line. Will he go?
His left hand's on top, but on the right side.
And he almost makes it into that D-ring and drops the cane as he moves for this next obstacle. Big power here from Knox. Needs to make this Lachey. And a great catch. And drops down. A little tired. Doesn't think he has that Lachey in him. And will he go on up? He's thinking about it. I think he decides not to climb and do the board flip. A great showing from Knox there on his first WNL challenge course. Again, these obstacles are very hard and no one has tried them out beforehand. A great run there and definitely a good way to gain experience. Up next, we have Brady for our penultimate runner of this wave.
Another ninja coming out of stride. Start getting his hips where he wants them to go. Smoothly through the foam rollers. One bounce you get on the tramp, pull back from the slot, and he's through. Good save as he jumped onto that right side and spun away from him immediately. Now he's gonna get it and gets the, oh my god, he's flying.
Really picking up into high gear in these last few obstacles.
Catches the ring, gonna hook it on, and doesn't link the dismount, but gonna take a swing, pulls through. Here he goes on the Astrogliders. Looked pretty good on the first one. It was the transition to the second where he started to lean back. He's gonna get his second chance, only his first fail so far in the run. Good jump to the second, and gets the dismount. Good hook in with the cane. Now it's to go from that captain's wheel into the tiki. Sizing up the swing, hips are set. Pulls it out and almost in. Still only his second fail, but the first of this obstacle, so continues to have a retry. Super close to last attempt. Just inches away from hooking it in. Let's see if he can do it here. High hold on that cane with the right hand. And almost once again. Super, super close. Great run out of Brady. Keep
Still
moving. 40 seconds left.
Score update. We do have 14 Eagles and 12 Washington. Going all the way up to that board flip with 25 seconds to go.
It's been a while since someone has tried the flip. Going with the double underhand now, thinking about switching his grip up.
Especially when that board wiggles before you want it to. That's gonna make it a lot harder on the head. And a good job holding on. Time expires after that flip, and we will move on to our last runner of this wave. Up next, we have Ian. Going through those mushrooms.
Good job setting his hips up correctly. All of these holds pretty easy for him as he goes down on his dismount. Smoothly through the foam rollers and out. Sonic curve.
Using 2 feet on one of those steps to ensure that he could use the right foot on that last step to get his left foot on the bar. Good dismount, and then going to the cap back, jumping to the left and trying to lean quickly to the right, but doesn't quite shift his right in line and doesn't get the height he needs to make it to that next bar. Jumping to the left, and here he go. Tries to spin it across, and jumps. Not yet. The bar does wiggle him away from the angle he wants. Trying to shift his weight all the way back to the other side. Really fighting through this cat back here. It's one of those obstacles we've seen competitors either get stuck on for a while or breeze through, and unfortunately being on there for a while did tire him out, and on that jump does not make it to that trapeze. That is 2 fails on that same obstacle, so he does stop accruing points, but plenty of time to try to finish out this course. Quickly to the chain lane. Does he get the grab? He does! What a magnificent grab there, spotting it as it's falling down towards his waist. And a quick push, staying in line here for a nice dismount.
Couldn't get it on his first attempt. Wants to try it again. Good run into it, but a little bit too much speed for him to carry it out. Good cane move, but just couldn't find the hole in the D-ring. He wants to try it one more time. This time gets it in, just can't hold on. And time runs out. Great run by Ian, and that will do it for the teens division. We got one more division coming up at 5:30, being the elites. If you think these obstacles were crazy, just wait until you see what we have set up for the elites.
That board flip at the end of the Big Lachey lane, the second to last obstacle, it will be revamped for something a little bit crazier. And if you want to find out what it is, you should definitely come check it out. The tech lane will also be changing from a cane to a very special obstacle lane. And again, don't want to put too much out there, but you should definitely come and check it out if you have the chance. Things will be crazy, the obstacles will be flying, the ninjas will be flying, and everyone will be having a good time.
Yeah, if you're a fan of superheroes, this next wave is going to be for you. There's a couple big names in the next division. We have Charlotte Barrett, Addie Herman, Noah Munier, and plenty more top-tier ninjas that have been in NSC and WNL Premier Series. So we're going to calculate all the scores and then have the podium. And we're going to take a quick intermission. We'll pick things up around 5:30. I'm Daniel Vetstein with my partner, Avery Nasworthy. Nate Rosie running the camera. We'll be back very soon.
And again, we are brought to you by the Joint Chiropractic. For all of your chiropractic needs, please look them up. Many locations in the area. Very convenient, very professional. They will help you out with anything that you need. And for all of your ninja needs, obstacles, making a course in your backyard, reach out to Stage 4 Designs, and we will see you at 5.